Hello everyone! Hello, we're back with more Final Fantasy XIV. So yeah, you guys, pretty exciting here. We just got to Ishgard. We are wards of House Fortemps, and we explored the city proper for a little bit. Now, we're gonna go back to see Count Edmund. And look at this, we've officially swapped our job to ninja. We entered a warrior. Well, come, Mistress Prentice. Shall I show you inside the manor? They could give this guy a chair or something, couldn't they? Tell us then, Master Alphonel, does Ishgard meet with your expectations? That which I imagine pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took. When those steps took me past the scars left by the Wyverns and Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end up in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The Wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. Sir Amarek has ordered his knights to strengthen our defense, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, yet, alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you have done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is a most generous offer, Master Alphonel. You are guests in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I have heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. Hence, for you, Mistress Prentice, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Artoriel and Amenelaine, sorry, I always stumble over his name, in their duties. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues. By the Fury, the two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station and show Mistress Prentice the respect she deserves. This is the woman who slew Gaius von Balsar and some half-dozen primals besides. She is not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand girl. If you can pardon them for their impropriety, Mistress Prentice, I shouldn't be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. I love how Edmund. My thanks, very willing, they may even learn something from you. It would seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer of aid was solely for appearance's sake. In truth, he was glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fortemps has taken a tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters of great and small, and so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords with their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard. Mayhap even new allies. Yes, the more I think of it, the more confident I am by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. You love that these Guardians take zero fucking shit, even from their own... Yeah, He just fucking snapped on his kids. I love it. Hey there, dude. I guess so. Oh, there he is. Alright, I'm Emmeline. What can we do for you? Onwards and upwards. Oh, we get to go to our first area. Ooh, I'm excited. I love this area. Shall we be off then, old girl? Ah, but where are my manners? Emmeline de Fortemps, second son of Count Edmund de Fortemps. Trueborn, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you are absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me out. 'Tis true, cut me off, 'tis true. But who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old girl, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts. Or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Artorial. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Helena. They have ever been steadfast friends to our house, though they have fallen on hard times since the calamity, poor bladders. As for what precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We will need to take the airship to Count Cloudtop. Yeah. So, unfortunately, we get stuck with this character first. Alright. Fastest way over there? Probably the Aetherite over to Athenium Astralium. Honestly, it wouldn't be long just to walk, but whatever. Ishgard! I do much prefer the sleek looks to the characters like this, and not the big bulky armors, but bulky armor was fun to use for a bit. But now Mearo is ninja. Are you ready to depart, madame? The airship bound for Count Cloudtop will be leaving shortly. Alright, let's head out.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds. A frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the Sea of Clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
Okay, I love the music here, but also I really like the just the look of the zone. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Cathis may be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You won't have to maintain that strong silent persona all the time, you know. Never mind. We need to find Lady Leniette. She is in charge of the garrison here. Oh, when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. Everyone is fucking coming. It happens, dude, alright? Anyway, I know I really like a lot of the zones in this game, but Sea of Clouds is one that, you know, I spent a lot of time on, but I have a lot of memories of this zone, particularly spotting something here that a lot of people that I spoke to at the time hadn't spotted, and unfortunately I can't see it right now, so it may not even be there anymore. But if I see it, I'll point it out to you. And also that there's a notorious monster system in this, like the hunts. I've pointed out a few of them as we've gone around, but one of the main ones that I pointed out to you guys, or that what is in this area, is a Paisa named Squonk. And randomly someone was like, "There's Squonk, I'm gonna fight him," and then about 2-3 minutes later I just see ... you win this time, Squonk. Good old Squonk. Just, you know, general senses of humor like that. I gotta tell you guys, running Crystal Tower yesterday was a treat, because one, I really like those instances, but getting to see the things like almost an entire group died of doom was refreshing to see again. Hey look, Gaily Cats! These guys first appeared in FF5. They're little cats with bat wings. Look at these little fuckers. I love Gaily Cats, they're such a weird enemy. Gastornesses. Naturally, there's some wind elementals up here. Don't let the beauty of this place fool you. Fine, I won't, but sad I lost your dialogue there, dude. Ah! Oh yeah, you might notice something. The battle theme here has changed. So, within this area, and every expansion going forward, they changed the battle theme of just running into random enemies. As you can tell, this one has a very Ishgardian feel. Is Squonk Pia's favorite character in FF14? He might be one of our favorite characters. So I'm just showing off the battle thing. That's a good theme. The Rose House. Hey, she's kind of got Mearo hair going too. Kinda. Mistress Prentice, welcome. I am Selenia Deela, commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Claptop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I'm in your debt, you see. I shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francel would have been executed upon the word of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I have been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of House of Halone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and to call upon her generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. We saved her brother early on, if you recall. He's the dude we stopped the Inquisitor from kicking down into that hole. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, my Lady Leniette. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose, equally at home on a battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord Amenelin, if it is not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Mistress Prentice. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravinian incursions. The high elevation accorded by the floating isles makes it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us ready target for attack. We're not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts with have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be asked of you in the days to come, Mistress Prentice. You can already get the feeling that she fucking hates this guy. Okay, so unfortunately, or fortunately, these pants are actually worse than what we got. While I understand Count Edmund's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Dravinian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Amenelin from shirking his duty. A request from Lynette? Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here but a few yalms away. Oh, never mind, what is it? A mission paramount of importance. Keep watch for the Dravinian. Roam and keep an eye out for anything unusual. A mission? Yes, of course, that's why I am here. I shall do as my lady asks. Mistress Princess, I do not believe I properly introduced myself. My name is Honor. And I serve at the pleasure of Lord Amenelin. Lady Laniet would have me accompany Lord Amenelin on his mission? I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Done. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go to such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you. At least, more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. I suspect you have had to humor your fair of difficult men before. Lady Lynette is eager to get to more important business. Now that Amenelin is out of the harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Vanu Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between the peoples for half a year until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our fragile foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Mearo. She could use your assistance. Oh, she's up there. All right. Alright there. Hi there, Sir Mearo. Mistress Prentice, I presume. Lady Lynette told me you were coming. This is the girl we saw in the cutscene going in. I hear tell you've never faced a Vanu before? Well, spend enough time on patrol and you're sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating isles. I say birdmen, but they're not like the Ixal. Unless that Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in the areas, kill or drive them away. I like how they're like, just murder these folks. That's fine. It's cool. standing watch of the Skistornis. Oh, look. Dead. Alright, Bobdol, let's go. For those of you who are new to the channel, or, you know, just lurking and hanging out, Bobdol is the name of my chocobo. Oh, there's a Paisa. Look at these fucking guys. Tiamat loves Paisas. Not Chocodole. No, it's not Chocodole. It's Bobdol. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. Yeah, Paisas are pretty cool. They got the eyes of slimes from Dragon Quest, so they're not bad. There's a Fate. Tiamat likes them though, but that's not their fault. You have to admit, you have to. Alright, we've watched for Vanu. I don't think I can fly here. Unless they made some changes. No. So, the areas in Heaven's Ward and beyond, you can end up flying in them, but they, you have to do something very specific to be able to fly in them, and we haven't unlocked that yet. And that's fine, because I actually like when they force you to stay on the ground in MMOs before letting you fly, because I feel, personally, that I get a better appreciation for the zones they've crafted if I'm on the ground looking at them, interacting with them, forced to go through the obstacles that they provide. Whereas if you're flying, you just fly over everything and you miss it. You're back already, Sassuray. Hey, Tengage, how's work treating you? As you can see, we're in a new area. This is the Sea of Clouds. Even though there's a lot of stone here. The Barrens would like a word with you. I mean, the Barrens doesn't really have much in the way of obstacles, though. It's just a gigantic fucking area that you run through. And even then, like, I still liked running through the Barrens. Finished your patrol? Anything to report? Maybe it was too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Halone has blessed us with a mighty ally. Oh wait, we actually do want one of these. Yeah, okay. Sense of urgency. An undisciplined unit is... Tiamat is an undisciplined unit. These are not better than what we got, guys. Is ripe for destruction, as Samariel knows. Accepting your recent clash with the Vanu, I cannot have escaped your notice, that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted Protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs, so even if the Holy See... Even were the Holy See to come to under Dravanian attack, we would be able to fly to their aid. Simply put, Mr. Prentice, this is where your ambition comes to die. If you have aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like you to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I'll have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirits. Psych them up, as you might say. Thought I was going to be in the city for the, you like the music in the surrounding areas? No, we are going to be in that city for a long time, but not in this case. Also, this place is really pretty at night, and the weather here is umbral wind. Now, I'm fairly certain there are a few zones that get the umbral wind weather, but for the most part, it is one that's fairly unique to this area. That other dude is... Oh, I gotta go way over there and around. Okay, let's go talk to this one here first then. You tried playing a Tauren Warrior when you first played, and the Burning Crusade started Lich King. That's when I actually started playing. You were ready to be a tank, and then your first instance you did a low-level Blood Elf Paladin and had better damage, held more aggro, and was overall more survival, so you rolled Blood Elf Paladin. Yeah, tanking was in a weird spot. What? What is it? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, why not? After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll be asleep for a fortnight. Yes. So she wanted us to go scare the bejesus out of her nights. That's fair. I actually have a Tauren Paladin. People were so pissed when they added Tauren Pallies to the game, but I was happy. You're looking rather grim. Why so serious? The Vanu are no real threat, and the Duranians couldn't give a fig about us. Ye gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I'll make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We're hundreds of malms away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it. Thank you very much. Alright, so these people don't like to be in combat. I get it. I get it. Eventually you respect Holy, and that was fun till your friends stopped playing. I don't have a mind for healing. I don't like doing it. I don't like watching other people's health bars. I don't know the best heals to use in a situation. I'm just not healing oriented. Your friend was a Shadow Priest and we had a fun time, but he got bullied into being Holy or they weren't going to let him raid. Yeah, so that was my big problem with WoW, is a lot of guilds just kind of force you to do things. Hello there, old girl. Slain any vanity champions yet? No? Oh well. Let me know when you can have, so I can make myself presentable for the... Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? You had me fooled there for a moment, old girl. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet still you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Leniat will give me a grand mission, as befits my station. Hold on. Well then. Yeah, so I was pretty resistant to people telling me what they wanted me to play. For a long time, people kept telling me to play Frost Death Knight because it was better than Unholy. There were two cases I used to tell them no, and that was one, that I was out DPSing every Frost DK that joined our guild, and two, I sucked at Frost Death Knight, and when I went Frost Death Knight, I performed terribly. I just didn't have like the mind for it. Like it just didn't click with me. Many thanks, Mrs. Prentice. Already I can see the change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon, Lord Emenalin said what? Well, I have no doubt that Lady Leniat will do her utmost to oblige him. I was a Blood Death Knight when WoW first came out, just because I really liked the rotation for the DPS spec. But I ended up going Unholy, and that clicked with me more than Frost ever did. If Lord of Menelin is going to demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Leniat will want you to accompany him. You might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. I mean, I don't find it to be a chore unless I'm raiding. In which case, then it definitely starts to become a chore. Because the prep for raiding is just obnoxious. Less so now than it used to be, but it's still pretty obnoxious. Anyway, guys, I will be right back. We're going to play some more FF14 here in just a moment.